It's on, Dwayne. I am lying down now. This is Imani. What time is it? Lying down here in the bed. What time is it? 7:40. Just did the Moorish American prayer. I'll make this quick. With At 7:30 with the conference call. Another plotted thought I experienced quite a bit is this is another plotted thought in reference to those that have the telepathic code. Imani, do you reject the telepathic code? Imani Gray Bay? Yes. Say your name. Imani Gray Bay. Okay, I, Rhonda Arrington-Bey, reject the telepathic code. We believe in we can evolve naturally, Islam. So, Dwayne, a lot of times these unclean spirits they plot thoughts like why the sheik Dwayne Byfield Bay didn't compensate you. I mean, I can't tell you how many times. It's just like them constantly sending plotted thoughts about some of the unclean behaviors I experienced by Moors that are sheiks and sheikesses. So it's like it's so the thing is, I would say, is why are they doing it? And then they say treating. So what they're implying is they are able to send these thoughts to try to deter me and separate me from the Moorish Empire, to be with a black Negro African American community, or that outside of natural law. It's like, okay, she has her paperwork, Bay, okay, and Imani Bay. Now we could take her, give her a strand, that animal strand of telepathic code, and start manipulating her DNA like we did others that were close to her and that she loved. So this is the treaty implication through thoughts these unclean unnatural spirits are stating or saying or implying that are African American, black, Negro, pale skin, those that speak Spanish, and also many of them seem to be connected or implied to be connected to the unnaturalized military, United States military, Navy, and Army, unnaturalized, and police, Islam. So one of the plotted thoughts I experienced a lot of times, Sheikh Dwayne Bay, is why you never compensated me. So that they keep saying why, when she went to New York, she could have compensated her or she could have helped. Why didn't he give her some money to help her out? Why was it all mental, all through somebody else's like third party? Why he could not just do a simple engagement of money, or why all that time, like, because I think it was December 2018 when the first offer of compensation happened. I remember I was on a conference call, the Moorish American National Republic conference call. And every time the sheets, because I don't have the telepathic code, so I can't send for sharp pains. I cannot send a sharp pain, and I wouldn't want to. I would not want to send a sharp pain to anyone. That's definitely a very low form of communication. But if you have that, if you are part of a telepathic community, of strand of telepathic community, or your lower self, and why would you think anything is wrong with it? Islam. So this is all in connection to what else did they put it in the telepathic code that they don't let you know, and that Moors don't know. And not only that, they having babies and they injecting the babies with the telepathic code, Islam. So I remember I was on the conference call, and every time the sheets would say something, it's like I felt the four sharp pain, and they would say speak about compensation. And then I experienced plotted thoughts that that you were going to compensate me. This was 2018, after Abbas Malik Bey left, because he had to be removed from here because his mind was so invaded. I didn't know. I had no idea the invasion that happened to my son in Abbas Malik Bey, and the spirit possessed. His father's from Senegal. I had no idea until he came and visited me. So he left in September 2018, and I was on a conference call December, or was it late September or close October? I was on a conference call with on in December 2018, and it was during the date of anyway, it was being spoke about compensation. And then I kept experiencing constantly that you're going to compensate me. I remember because I got it on the page, Twitter page, and tweet you and said, I don't want to be compensated. I just want you to be truthful and honest and honorable. I don't want to be paid off like that. That's not right. I was thinking that I love you. So I was like, I don't. You're not gonna pay. I don't want to be paid for my love, for me having sincere love and thoughts, emotions, and what I experienced. You know. So so once again, I don't. I'm only going by what I know of why of compensation can happen. I don't know what you agreed to, what you were involved in, what you allowed. I think definitely not at that time, and all the and everything, all the aspect of what some Moorish women imply to be real ugly that you were involved in. I had no idea. All I know is that I loved and that I worked on trying to trust you, even though I was upset lots of times. So, but then I remember 2019. At the end of 2019, during 2019, and I said, if you want to compensate me, you can. And I kept, and then I think 2020, I think, or maybe it was 2020. All I know is I changed and said, if you want to, you can. But you never, but I remember when I remember I said, well, we're going to move. And I said, if you want to compensate me just a little bit to move, you can. Because even then, I was experiencing a lot of forced thoughts that you were paid. You were paid, so you can never compensate. It's all a game. You were paid years back, and I never connected the telepathic code or the origin of the telepathic code. That's what that they was. This is what I was just experiencing. You were paid. Moors were paid, or Moors paid you, whatever. They just kept saying paid. Why he ain't why he has not given you not even $1,000, 10,000, $500, any type of honorable form of compensation for what you experienced. It was obvious. These are the thoughts. It's obvious you were sincere. Why those Moors cannot compensate you? Okay. And then especially in reference to financial freedom, Islam, financial freedom. But and they really started to weigh down on me, and I demonstrated it because I started to speak about it. Because it was constantly, when you try to forgive and you move forward, but constantly these thoughts are being pounded, and it seems as though they're being allowed to be pounded in your mind. It really can weigh on you. It's like seeing my son, Abbas Malik Bey, and then all of a sudden I get a forced fake emotion of hurt. You know, I learned how to put up my force shield to not experience such things. Islam. So, and this is once again in reference to the telepathic code that Imani and I reject, but we know many more, and I'm assuming you, Sheikh Dwayne Baffle Bay, have, along with the female that you claim you love, and all those that are around you that claim to be multi-dimensional, which I'm not saying they're not, but that's what they say they are. They're multi-dimensional. So, um, I was like, one of the, so I just I have asked myself why. What really brought these thoughts and other thoughts came about is that some of the things that I experienced with the Washita, and and why you haven't, and the connection with that. But I did experience something recently, Imani and I, in reference to energy, in reference to the lower self, Imani and I trying to learn the extreme as a form of income, extreme X. Is that right, Money? Did I pronounce it right? Extreme Forex. He's learning, and then he teaches me. So this is how we decide to maneuver it. He's quick at learning the computer. He's quick at learning things in reference to apps and so forth. So he can learn. He teaches me, and then that's how we're gonna make more money. So I did experience a lower self energy that brought that could, if I allow it, brought me back to years and years ago of experiencing lower self energy. But Allah is great. Why that lower self energy? Those that have it, that's their problem. Islam, that's their problem. It's not my problem. That's their problem. It's only my problem if I let it affect me. Islam, because the spirits of Allah are always watching. They're always watching. And so, once again, this is in connection to the telepathic code. So when you have Moors that have the telepathic code, okay, and they are high officials or regular, not regular, or just or moving up or whatever, but they exhibit lower self energy, no different from those that are outside of natural law. The only thing that's separating them from those from natural law and outside of natural law is a piece of paper, um, rules. But in reference to morality, integrity, and their highest self and the lower self, they are focusing on the lower self and they doing the same acts, the same behavior as those that are outside of natural law. And the connection is the telepathic code. That's really something that should be considered and paid close attention to. And I think the Moors that Prophet Noble Drew Ali spoke about that are on a high pedestal, I think they are paying attention. They see, because just they see, they watching, they're observing. The Moors that it spoke about Caveat Emptor that are on a high pedestal. I don't think they're talking about high officials in reference to paper. I think they are really speaking about on a spiritual level, on a cosmic level. These Moors are high and they are on a divine level, and they are able to pay attention and walk and see, because you can fool some people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all of the time. So I think that's the thoughts. And when I say that, I'm referring to Moors that, or even those that are trying, that I don't consider themselves Moors, but try to put on a different face than what's really going on inside here, Islam. And I'm not perfect, but I'm trying my best to maintain my covenants of the Most High. But these are my thoughts, and this is my thoughts of the telepathic code. So the question is, Sheikh Dwayne Bafabé, why have you not compensated me? Why haven't you not honored? Why did you all this time suggest, imply, suggest, and you never financial compensated me? What held you back from doing what was definitely in any lawful, honorable mind? What is that? What is honorable? And which caused irritation on my part, because I have thoughts that you knew what I was enduring in reference to plotted thoughts of what I experienced that were unclean in reference to behavior by according to uh, and you allowing according to the unclean and Moors and those that are outside of natural law. So what stopped you? What stopped you in 2014, 2015 to help? What stopped you in 2018, 2019, 20? Because I think that it definitely started at the end of 2018, the offer of compensation. Why?